Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I made mention in the last video that I have 20 rules, and some people don't believe me. I actually do. Um, I actually I wrote them down a long time ago. So I thought I'd just go through them point by point because they're actually kind of important rules. And if you're in this business, I feel like you should probably be following them. Maybe not all of them, depending on what kind of establishment you're in and in what capacity you work in this industry. But for the service industry, I feel like they're pretty complete. Uh, the first rule: be early. Uh, your partner's going to be late, and you're going to have to take up for their slack. And that might sound pessimistic or something like that, but it's totally true. Your partner's going to be late. You're the guy who's going to be the dependable one, or the gal who's going to be the dependable one. And if they're late, then you're already 20 minutes behind. So you have to show up early and start doing all of your stuff that you know needs to be done so that you can open. And number two, be seen, and be seen working. It's pretty simple. If no one sees you working, then you must be dicking around. That's kind of the thing. Whenever anybody can, hey, where's Rusty? Oh, well, he's probably on his phone somewhere. Or where's Janet? She's probably in the bathroom. Who knows what she's doing? So if people don't see you and they don't see that you're working, then they automatically assume you're not working. So, rule number two, pretty simple. Rule number three, work with a sense of urgency. I don't really know how much explanation this needs. Time is money. Don't waste yours. Don't waste the boss's. Rule number four, operate as part of a team. That seems pretty simple, right? Teamwork. Now, I know when you're a server, we all kind of do this. We go in it for ourselves. Me, my money, all that. But helping others is often the best way to help yourself. So, and we all need help sometimes. If I'm walking by a table and I see that, the plates need to be cleared, I'm already going to the dish pit. I'm going to take them. Simple as that. Be honest. That certainly shouldn't need explanation. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with guests. Be honest with each other. Be polite. Again, with each other, with guests. When you pick up the phone, shouldn't need an explanation. Be industrious. And this one is one, work hard. Lazy people make less money. And lazy attitudes are contagious. This is a big one. Number 8. If you wouldn't eat it or drink it, don't serve it. Again, that really doesn't need any explanation. Number 9, be sober. This is a big one for me. Now, I've run into a lot of people in this industry, especially in the bar business, where you run into this guy. So many friends of mine have been unbelievable potheads or drunkards, and in various points in my life, I've been guilty of, showing up to work in various stages of intoxication. It's not good. Okay. Now, to some of my friends that I've worked with in this business, I get it. You just want to feel good for 5 minutes. You need the stress off. You need to go out in the alley and hit your one hitter, chug a beer, whatever you need to do to get you back level to where you can work and act like a person again. I've had friends that I actually encouraged. I was like, man, you're an absolute asshole. You need to go and get high, or please go drink a beer, or something like that. But for the most part, I really believe that it's reckless, It's irresponsible. It's unprofessional. When you're in charge of a person's money, information, when you're handling their food, to be intoxicated, you just shouldn't do it. It shouldn't be done. So, yeah, I know there's certain personality types out there that cannot function without some sort of an inhibitor. But don't. Just don't. That's, don't ever get to that. Don't ever get that point in your life where you need some sort of mind-altering influence over you to be able to do your job. It's reckless, unprofessional, irresponsible, all those things. Number 10, always upsell. It seems pretty standard, right? Worst they can tell you is no. So when they say, I want a margarita. Oh, okay, what kind of tequila do you want? We have this, we have that, we have this. Give them options. The worst thing they're going to say is, I like the cheap shit. All right, so big whoop. You still sold the booze. They wanted it anyway. They just didn't want to pay for the $10.75 margarita. So, it doesn't hurt. Offer them dessert. Something witty. Hey, it's a good idea for you folks to stop and save room for dessert like that. Glad you did that. What do you think it'll be tonight? You want the cheesecake? Yeah, I know, it's cheesy. What could it hurt? You'll either sell it or you won't. Always upsell. Why not? Yeah, don't gossip. That's another big one. There's 3 sides to every story. Your side, my side, and the truth. Well, actually, one of my favorite things that I don't know if you can call it coining a phrase, but one of the things that I always like to say is there's what you think, there's what you've heard, and there's what you know. And if you don't have number 3, then you need to shut up about the other 2. And in the workplace, this stuff can be a killer. So, just don't talk about each other. Hell, don't even talk about yourself. Keep you to you. We can be nice, we can be friendly. Oh yeah, I've got kids. Oh yeah, I got a wife. Whatever. You start throwing too much information out there, just don't. Let's keep it professional. Keep it professional. That's all. Number 12. That's good. Never say that's not my job. Yeah, it is. See rule number 4. 13. Restock. You know how frustrating it is whenever you go around and you're like, there's no straws. Why didn't anybody restock it? You're somebody. Why didn't you do it? Yeah, you. Why didn't you do it? Restock all the time. Number 14. This is pretty basic. Scrape your plates. If you're a server, you come back with this. Not all places have a busboy, and not all places have a busboy that's worth a damn. And even when you're pre-bussing, scrape your stuff. And the reason behind that is, don't make somebody else's job harder just because you're in a hurry, or because you're lazy, or because you think, well, it's their job. It's his job. Yeah, sure, it is his job. It's also the job of police officers to shoot people when they're shooting at other people. But, don't be a jerk. Don't make it harder. You're just going to go around in the street and start shooting off at people and, well, it's a cop's job to stop me. That's idiocy. Just don't. I don't know. Maybe shouldn't equate that. I don't know. Maybe it's wrong for that. Maybe I'll edit that. I don't know. But anyway, don't be lazy. Scrape your plate. Just like mom made you do at home. Okay? Okay. Don't backtalk. Obviously, we've all had this issue. I have worked for people that could not do my job. I have worked for people that told me how to sell product that they could not pronounce. We've all run into this thing where we know better than our bosses. And sometimes it's true. But, again, professionalism. You need to schedule a time to talk about these things with your manager or your boss or whoever. Because hashing it out on the dining room floor It's not good for your business. It's not good for you. I don't know, you think you're going to gain some sympathy points with customers or with your coworkers or whatever, but it's not going to work. You're shooting yourself in the foot. You need to talk about these things privately with your boss, and you need to schedule a time to do it when you're actually not on the clock, so that when it really does come down to it and you know you're right, you can say, actually, fuck you, you're wrong. And not in front of your guests. You need to be able to just be professional about these sort of things. Downtimes for side work, that's easy. There's you can fold napkins, you can roll silverware, you can clean things. Obviously, that doesn't mean you can't pal around and joke around with your coworkers, because it's no fun if you're just a bunch of server bots going around, must polish silverware. We all want to have fun together and stuff, but you can do that. You can do your job while interacting with each other and having a good time. So of course, 17, there's always napkins to fold. 18, there's always silverware to roll. Number 19, love it or leave it. And this is a big one for me. If you hate your job, you need to quit. Your attitude's poison. You need to move on. And that's even if you're right, even if you're justified, even if you're like, fuck this place. Man, maybe fuck this place. But fuck you for staying. You should move on. You should go. Because you're not doing yourself any favors, and you're not helping anybody else here. All you're doing is spreading this toxic stew of how much the management sucks, the menu sucks, this sucks, everything sucks but me. You know what? Maybe it's you that sucks. Maybe you should move on. You should go. And even if you're right, just quit, man. Just quit. You're unhappy. You need a paycheck that bad? I swear to God, there's other paychecks out there. Go get one. And then number 20. Have fun. Make money. We all get into this for certain reasons. But the biggest reason that I can think of is cash every day on hand. It's coming to you. You're getting it. Every day you're going to make some money. You get that pack of cigarettes. You get that tank of gasoline. You get that. There's hope in your heart that you're not going to be broke. You're going to walk home with something. But the only way you get there is with a good attitude, because your coworkers, your boss, your clientele, your guests, the people that you want to make happy, they've got a barometer for bullshit. And I mean, sincerity, man. That's all it is. You have to be happy doing what you're doing. If you're not happy doing it, go back to rule number 19. Anyway, just a couple thoughts. Eventually, I'll go back to the funny stuff. I don't know. Just the last couple days, I wasn't feeling it. I was thinking maybe I'd try to do a little something different. Try to be real a second for just a millisecond. Let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second, as the old play says. You got some ideas? Let me know.